One of the biggest decisions that you have to make when you're planning for retirement is figuring out where you're going to retire, whether you're going to stay or you're going to make a move. And today I want to share with you top 5 states for you to consider if you do decide to make a move. So grab your retirement journal and let's get to writing. Not surprisingly, Florida is coming up number 1 on this list, and here's why. Overall, the score is 62. And here's a list of a couple of things that you want to consider. Affordability is number 4, quality of life is number 1, and healthcare is ranking number 29. There are relatively low taxes, no estate, inheritance, or income taxes, and of course, number 1, Florida is known for beautiful beaches, for beautiful weather most of the time, tons of things to do, country clubs, you have the Gulf on one side, you have the ocean on the other side. So that's why in terms of the warm weather, that's what everybody's thinking about when they say, I want to retire. And of course, Florida comes as number 1 when you think about it. So a few things to keep in mind. Overall cost of living in Florida has skyrocketed, especially in the last couple of years, because everyone was thinking about making a move during the pandemic. So I just want you to be mindful, because in the last couple of years, I had quite a few clients that relocated to Florida. And now when I talk to them, this is what we talk about, is the increased cost of living, increased cost of homeowners insurance, increased cost of water, and some of the other things for you to consider. The second state on our list is Colorado with the overall score of 61. So here is, if you're thinking about also an amazing opportunity, but cooler and more milder weather, this may be the state for you to think about. It is similar to Florida, where you have low taxes, no estate or inheritance taxes, lowest rates of social isolation for seniors, which is extremely important in terms of having social interactions with others, best geriatrics hospitals in the country. The state itself is ranking really, really high in terms of sharing of seniors who are in good health and physically active. One thing to note here is that the quality of healthcare in the state of Colorado is actually ranking number 3 out of all the states in US. The next up on our list is the state of Virginia with the overall score of 60.85. The high score is in part because of the best elder abuse protections that are available in our country. Seniors are physically safer and less vulnerable to being taken advantage of financially. There are high quality geriatric hospitals and lots of doctors and dentists to choose from. And when we're talking about taxes, there is no in-state or inheritance tax. It is also a 10th most taxpayer-friendly state. Virginia residents can also benefit from many miles of shoreline, including beaches and things to do. It has good air quality, low violent crime rate. Yet one thing that to kind of keep in mind is it is going to have a higher cost of living because we are in the close proximity to Washington, D.C. Number 4 on our list is the state of Delaware, which a lot of you most likely know about, and here's why. There are no estate or inheritance taxes. There's actually a largest populations of seniors in that state of roughly about 20%. It has one of the lowest tax burdens in the country. It has a second lowest risk of social isolation for seniors, which is extremely important in having social connections and hanging out together. And it has the lowest rate of poverty among people who are age 65 and older. So overall sounds pretty good. Number 5 on our list is the state of Wyoming. It has one of the cleanest air in the whole country. Very good protections against elder abuse. Again, no estate or inheritance taxes. Lowest violent crime rates in the country and little crime overall. Of course, I'm not talking about beautiful nature and mountains for you to visit. An interesting statistics that I've read is that it has one of the highest senior volunteering rates in the country, which means that seniors are busy and they're not socially isolated. I'm going to link this table and the article for you to look in detail under this video. What I really liked about this is a couple of things. Number 1, they used over 40 different criteria to take a look and analyze different aspects of life. And as you can imagine, different aspects, different perspectives are more important to you than to other people. So you can actually take a look for yourself and figure out what are the most important things to you. Next, when you look at the top of the table, you can actually sort things depending on the categories that are more important to you than others. So the three categories that they have listed on in this table are quality of life, healthcare, and overall affordability. So you can actually click on upper or down arrow on this table and figure out which states rank in the top and which states are going to rank on the bottom, so that way you can see which of those items that are important to you are going to be at the top and which state is going to make the most sense for you. Some interesting statistics that I saw is that the higher states with a population of 65 years and older were Maine, Florida, West Virginia, Vermont, and Delaware. You can also review ratings such as crime rates, life expectancy, annual at-home services costs, and other. So I found the details that were taken into creating this table were very, very interesting and thorough. So bonus information that I have for you is if you're looking at the top 5 states that are specifically top for healthcare, it's going to be Minnesota, Massachusetts, Colorado, Connecticut, and New Hampshire. As you can see, unfortunately, Florida is not there. Florida actually ranks number 29 in the country. And what I can tell you is, having conversations with the clients that I help downsize, they told me sometimes it can take a few months to get an appointment to the doctor. Some of the hospitals are getting crowded, which means that you may not get the attention that you deserve just because there may not be enough doctors for the population that is there. If you're looking for the top 5 states that are specifically depending on the cost of living, then we're talking about Alabama, South Carolina, Delaware, Florida, and West Virginia. So the 2 questions that I have for you are, what are some of your most important criteria that you are thinking about and you're writing notes down? Please let us know so that way we can share this information with others. And the second question is if you already live in some of these top states, please share your experience with others. Do you agree with these findings? What are some of the things that you like about where you live, your pros and cons, that others can then benefit in making their own decisions? And if you would like more information about living in any of these states, and maybe this is where you would like to move and retire, please let us know so that way we can help you.